What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. KG's back with a new signing video. Jed Spence is in the building, signed, sealed. He is here. He's here and he's perfect. Absolutely brilliant signing from Leeds. And you know what, guys? Cheers. Probably the one time you're going to see that on stream this season, but this is Premier League worthy, so it deserved a Premier drink. Shout out to everyone in the building. Please hit a like on the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and drop your comments below. I was politely reminded earlier that I was going to do a watch along for the Salford game, thinking that it was going to be an automatic win. How wrong was I? So my ratio is still poor on watch alongs anyway. One win in what, 6? We'll fix that this season. We will fix that. Karen saying, welcome to our club, Jed Spence. Excellent signing for us and a great addition. Perfect addition. Chris Kingy, shout out to you who's become a new member. And he did say this. He says, as promised in recent videos, KG, if Spence signs, then I will take out a membership. There it is. Now let's see him cook. He will absolutely cook. Listen, I will put my neck on the line and say that this will be a signing that will work out in so many ways that by the end of the season, people will be saying, why didn't we get an option to buy? Why didn't we get an obligation to buy? We need to keep this guy. I promise you that. I'm going to go out on a limb as a content creator and say, I guarantee you that. Mr. McMahon guarantee. But shout out to you, Chris Kingy. Thank you for that. Memberships are in the description if you want to join the channel too and help me out, helps the channel out. So thank you so much, Chris, and everyone else who's a member. Scott Lightning coming in hot and heavy with a dad joke. How are you supposed to feel when you know a player is coming in to replace you? Obviously, you want the team to improve, but probably not at your expense. Well, there you go, Scott. Getting in those dad jokes hot and heavy. Blinky Fish here. Spence is an upgrade on Aaron, so I'm happy. It's funny. I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason, Blinky Fish. And listen, I would have been happy with Max Aronson. I won't pretend otherwise, but I've always rated Jed Spence. Please go back to last summer's transfer targets video I did when we was in the Premier League. I said we should be going in for Jed Spence in the Prem. So I certainly believe that we should be going in for him in the Championship. It's an excellent signing. And I know a few people were worried about us getting gazumped, you know, because of the loan fee and him being a competent right back. But it looks like we got this done very quickly. It looks like it was done within the day. We weren't messing about. I think lessons have also been learned from the Max Aarons deal, in all fairness. So Mr. Dodo saying, is no obligation to buy 100% not staying, or is there ways that we can buy him if he has a good season? Yeah, I think, you know, listen, Jed Spence, we'll get into some of his quotes in a moment, but hey, he's very, very steadfast, very one-track minded. He wants promotion this season. And I believe that if he impresses, we'll renegotiate with Tottenham and go back in for him and try and get him on a permanent deal. On the other hand, on the Spurs Spence hand, if we don't go up, and he has a good year, it then allows Tottenham to probably move him on for a bigger transfer fee than they would have got this summer, with his stock probably going down after such a non-eventful year overall. So I think it it just works out well for everybody at this point. But obviously, if he has a good year and we go up, I think we'd be in the driver's seat to sign him. Lee Marshall saying, without doubt, the best attacking fullback in the league. I would say so. I think about Kyle Walker-Peters probably being up there too, Ricardo Pereira when he's fit. But Jed Spence is if he's not number one, he's in that conversation 100%. Bob's saying, who do you think will be the better signing, Pro or Spence? Both of them, Bobs. Both. That's the aim. Both have got to be good. Eon saying, so KG, are we going to win the league since Spence is here? I'm feeling confident now. Still work to be done, Eon. I think last night really showed us that some of the depth players aren't up to it. And we're going to talk about a couple of more positions near the end of the video, just very briefly. But I think a couple of the squad players really showed that they're not going to be a huge cog in a promotion wheel. And it's a shame because some of them really should have grabbed this game by the scruff of the neck against Salford. You saw the shots against, you saw how much possession we had. It should have been capitalized and it wasn't, you know. So obviously there wasn't enough in that team to beat Salford City. Now I know other teams went out, Spurs went out to Fulham and what have you, doesn't matter. What I mean is that those players have now lost another set of games that they could have played in the third round of the Carabao Cup because they weren't good enough. And it was quite clear they weren't good enough. You can't have your number 10 coming off on the 60th minute and he's been ineffective. So I think that the need for more players and squad depth is definitely there. And listen, the defense needs work as well, which is why we're going to talk about a couple links later. But this will definitely help with Jed Spence. Oh, sorry, Owen. Sorry, Owen. My bad. Oh, did I say Eon? My bad. Owen, shout out to you. But listen, let's get straight into it with Jed Spence. Here he is, man. Ah, I've been waiting for times like this, man. I've been praying for times like this. You know what I mean? This should have been done last year, but look, we're here now, people. So here's Jed Spence on loan, around £1 million loan fee, and this is just the welcome. Leeds United are delighted to announce the sign of Jed Spence from Premier League side Tottenham Hotspur. The fullback moves to Ellen Road on a season-long loan deal, becoming the club's sixth summer arrival. And it just gives you all of that stuff. Yeah, let me just go to the bottom. You can read the rest on the page. But the 23-year-old now links up with former Spurs and Rennes teammate Joe Rodon at the Whites, who is also on a season-long loan from Tottenham. He could make his debut in Saturday's Sky Bet Championship fixture with Sheffield Wednesday at Ellen Road. And listen, somebody asked earlier, do you think he's going to start? If he's fit, he comes in. It's as simple as that. If he needs a couple training sessions to get up to speed because maybe he hasn't played as much football as he would like, I think he said that in his welcome video too, then maybe I can accept it. But for me, I just want to get him thrown in. But Daniel Farker will be the best judge of that. He will know how fit he is, how ready he will be. Bearing in mind as well, at Sheffield Wednesday, it's going to be a high intense game, of course, Yorkshire derby. But yeah, for me, I 100% want to see this guy play every game from now until the end of time. Okay, yeah, Matt Decor saying, chuck this lad straight in. Yeah. Oh man. And all leads away are saying watch his banger goal on YouTube, almost as good as Gary Kelly's. Yeah, he's not so much of a goal scorer, but he will definitely provide width and he'll provide balls across the box that are just begging for midfield runners, strikers to run onto him and just tap him in. That is his strength, one of his strengths. And not only can he get forward, he can get back with quickness as well. He's so quick. This is going to be it's going to be a new experience for everyone that just watches Leeds United and think Luke Ayling's the be-all and end-all of fullbacks. He's going to open your mind to a new dimension. This is going to be tremendous, people. Jed, I know Jed saying the team now is going to be better than the one we had last season. It's crazy, isn't it? It is crazy how this goes, but at least that we know that it puts us in good stand to go up this season. And Jed Spence said that as well. Listen, let's get into some of his quotes. New signing bingo, you know how it goes, people. Already with the headline, I'm looking forward to playing at Ellen Road. Ellen Road, ding. So here we are. It's good to be here, and I can't wait to get started. It's a big club, ding. Obviously, there's a good squad, and there is ambition at the club to get back to the Premier League. I just want to get playing again. There's a good manager here. I've heard a lot about him, and he wants to play attacking football, and I think that will suit my style of football. I've spoken to Daniel Farker, and he's orchestrated in the way he wants to play. It sounded good for me, and it was the right decision. Yep, said that one. Yeah, I know Joe from my parent club, Tottenham Hotspur, and from when I was out on loan last season at Rennes. It's good to have him in the building as well, someone that I know. It's just excited now to join the team, and hopefully I can impress everyone here. I'm looking forward to playing at Ellen Road. I've heard a lot about the fans. They are meant to be very loud. We want to win as many games as we can now. Yeah, that's something. He hasn't actually played at Ellen Road yet. He was mentioned in the video that he's never played here. So him being a Leeds player will be his first experience of playing at Ellen Road. So there you go. He also said as well in the video that isn't quoted here that what does it take to get promoted? And he mentioned that it's about team cohesion. It's about buying into the manager's method and doing everything for the team. I'm surprised it wasn't mentioned in the quotes there because I thought that was pretty apropos. But he did mention it's all about buying into the manager's philosophy. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, go and watch his welcome video and you'll see his full quotes there. Yeah, Bobs, he glides past people with ease, 100%. 100% he does. Is there anything else? Is there anything else on that one? Yeah. So now that's the right back in, and I'm like I say, I'm absolutely delighted with this. This is a Premier League level signing, much on the lines of Ethan Ampadu, and we should be very happy that we've got him in the building. I am surprised that no one else tried to gazump it because there's definitely teams in that Premier League that could do with Jed Spence 100%. Lee Waters, is Spence the lad that had that had Leicester in his pocket in that FA Cup game for Forest. It may have done. I didn't watch that game in full, but the one I did watch was the one against Arsenal, and that's when his stock blew up because he was absolutely brilliant in that game versus Arsenal. And from there, it was quite clear that Middlesbrough were never going to get him back, and that Premier League was on the cards for him. Because up until then, he had a good season, but then obviously you perform well against Arsenal, your stock goes high, and that's what happened to him, and that's what got him the move to Tottenham. But yeah, so yeah, there's Jed Spence. Welcome to Leeds, Jed Spence. I am delighted to have you. Now let's just quickly moving onto the other side of defense. Alex Crook, who's a TalkSport correspondent. Some say he's like a Fabrizio tapping merchant, but sometimes he does get a couple things right. But the Luke Thomas thing, although it's gone a little quiet, he's still expected to join before Friday's deadline. It's said that Leicester are unsure about doing business with a rival, but he's not played any football for Leicester, so they're probably figuring it's better to get him out. And I would expect as well Cody Drameh, by the way, to also make a move, but we haven't seen anything materialize yet. I would expect him to leave, much like Luke Thomas. I feel like they're so similar in that Luke Thomas is rated at Leicester but doesn't get game time. Drameh has got ratings here but doesn't get game time here, both with a year left on their deal. I can see Luke Thomas coming in, and Daniel Farke is a big fan of him also. So yeah, we'll keep a look out for that, but we definitely need that. I know that Phil here is talking about Leeds club is focusing heavily on central midfielders, which is definitely true. We saw yesterday. I maintain Archie Gray, Ethan Ampadu should never have seen the pitch yesterday. That's where the depth is needed, because we shouldn't have been playing those two again in the cup game away at Salford. We shouldn't. So we're still going in for central midfielders. Nothing new on the Kamara deal as I speak to you right now. But we're in for Ilia Gruev of Werder Bremen, a defensive midfielder who's capped 8 times by Bulgaria. Now, unlike Ayo Tanaka, who I thought I never heard of, but I have actually seen. I have not seen this guy play, people, so I cannot give you anything about him. All I can tell you is that what I've read is that he is very focused heavily on protecting the midfield. He's a ball-winning midfielder. So, and we obviously need that, people. We need some extra protection in front of that defense. So I'll probably research him if the deal carries on, but we're just going to have to trust Daniel Farke and the recruitment team that believe that he is cut out for championship football. So, and this is from Werder Bremen's website as well, just on Gruev. He's in talks with another club. So you probably believe that will be us. I think the fee is around 3 million possibly. So Leeds United are getting busy trying to strengthen this team. And that's all we can ask. That's all we can ask, people. Let's have a look. Yep, Gavin, we need 2 midfielders, 100%. So I do believe it will be, if Kamara goes through, it will be Kamara and another, or Tanaka and another, or Kamara and Tanaka. I just feel like they're just getting their ducks in a row in case something falls through. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on it, and if there's any major updates, of course, I will be back. So yeah, so I think that is it. I think that is it for now. We'll keep it short, because obviously we there's information changing all the time. Welcome to the team, Jed Spence. And let's hope Leeds United are continuing to get further bodies in, because the squad definitely needs it. But this is a brilliant piece of the puzzle that fits like a glove. It does. So people, please hit a like on the video before you go, or as you're watching. Leave your comments below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you in the next sign-in video. Peace out, people.